Okay. Welcome to the course Accreditation and Outcome Based Learning. So, this course will be in 20 hours course, and here we describe accreditation. It is not about how to fill up that NBA accreditation that form. It is about what is accreditation, why accreditation is come, and how to implement accreditation in the classroom. So, that is the accreditation part. Then we describe outcome based learning, that OBE, that is the means of implement accreditation in the classroom. And this course also cover the assessment and evaluation, that part also, because that is also an integrated part of accreditation and outcome based education. Without assessment and evaluation, this how do you implement outcome based education in classroom is very difficult. So, this course eventually cover three aspects of learning. One is accreditation, another one is outcome based education, and another one is assessment and evaluation. This also covers something on around the learning theory, that learning style and learning approaches, and then at the end I discuss about that scholarship teaching. So, as if in the classroom, what a good teacher should do to become a scholarship, you can say the scholarship teachers, or effective teaching, I can say, rather instead of scholarship teaching, effective teaching. So, all attributes which are found from the research I will describe in the in this course, and how you can develop those skill as a teacher, that also will be discussed. So, now let us look at the course overview. So, this is the coverage of the course. This will be introduction to need of 21st century education. First thing, why, what kind of problem we face as a 21st century teachers. Most of the teachers today complaining the students are not coming in the class, they are not attentive, if I make a question paper such a way that student cannot answer, all kinds of things. So, in general I will discuss what is the maximum, what are the main problem in 21st century education, or what are the problem need to be addressed during your teaching learning process, content development and accreditation, implementation of accreditation in the classroom. So, we call introduction to need of 21st century education in the classroom. Next one is accreditation. I will cover why accreditation, what is accreditation, what are the accreditation parameters, why those parameters are evolved on the basis of Washington Accords. So, I will cover mainly engineering education accreditation, which will call graduate attribute, all of you know, and I will touch upon that NBA accreditation, which is part of Washington Accords also, and I only cover not how to fill up the form, I only cover what is accreditation, how it can be developed so that it can be implemented in the classroom. So, rather I can say accreditation and implementation of accreditation in the classroom I will cover. Next one, outcome based learning. Many of us we know there is outcome based learning, digital pedagogy, all kinds of things are there. So, in that case, in this course I will cover what is the essence of outcome based learning and how it will be applied to implement accreditation in the classroom. So, I can say that outcome based education will be applied to implement accreditation in the classroom. Okay? So, that is the outcome based learning coverage. Next one is outcome based learning framework and pedagogy. So, in outcome based learning, IIT Kharagpur developed a framework to develop outcome based curricula to teach effectively in the classroom with self learning pedagogy. So, I will describe how you use that framework to develop your own curriculum in outcome based manner and how we use in the classroom. So, all of you are heard about that flip teaching, flip mode teaching. So, I will discuss how this framework, that self learning pedagogy, can help you to convert your classroom in flip mode teaching, and I also justify how it will related to the accreditation process. So, that things will be covered. Next one is taxonomy and instructional objective, which is very much which is importance, or we can say that it is required for develop outcome based education, outcome based curricula. So, taxonomy and instructional objective, I will not cover the theoretical, only theoretical part, that this is taxonomy, this is Bloom's taxonomy, all not like that. How you use taxonomy during the development of outcome based curricula, and how you justify that that curricula is actually implement accreditation in the classroom. So, this is a claim I can say that the course will cover. Next one is assessment and evaluation. This is very important topic. Everybody know how to design the question paper, everybody know, but what is assessment and what is evaluation? How you design your question paper? You say that lot of people are say that attainment of CO, PO, all kinds of things, that means attainment of accreditation parameters. So, this assessment and evaluation, this topic will include how to design your assessment plan. I never said question paper, because assessment may be different kinds. It may be quiz, it may be class test, it may be a you can say that MCQ, it may be a summative exam, all kinds of things, it may be a project, it may be a seminar. So, I will discuss how you developed your assessment plan to justify that your curriculum attainment in the classroom. So, suppose you developed a course curricula that you want to do this thing, how do you measure the students are actually able to do those things? By assessment only. So, how do you take the assessment, when you conduct the assessment, different kind of tools in assessment, formative assessment, summative assessment. So, all those things I will discuss. Then I will discuss about the evaluation, how you use those assessment data to evaluate the students, or you can say that quantify the students' competence. So, how do you quantify the students' competence? Today you said you get EX grade. Can you justify what do you mean by EX grade? Is only that okay, you get mid semester 40, end semester this thing, so your marks is total marks is above 90, that is why your EX grade, not that. All assessment whatever you take, how do you adjust the weight to certify the students' attainment of the course goal. So, that I will discuss in assessment and evaluation. Then you can say the class test. Why you take class test? What are the use of class test? So, all kind of assessment activity, their uses, their function, and how to take that, how to design the question paper, those that class test and that kind of test. So, all those things will be discussed in assessment and evaluation, that under that topic. Next topic is learning style and learning approaches. I already mentioned that this course also describes something on learning style and learning approaches, and I will describe how this learning style and learning approaches related to the large classroom, and how the large classroom problem has been solved using the teaching learning process, so that we can cover that individual learning style and learning approaches. So, you can say towards that adaptive teaching, adaptive instruction kind of things I will cover. Next one is good teaching and its attributes. At the end of the, you can say this this course, you will know what are the good teaching activity, what are the things a good teacher has done in the class, and what are the things is very important which has to be followed by a teachers in the class. So, I will discuss about good teaching and its attributes based on the previous research. Next one is outcome based curriculum design. So, basic purpose of this whole course is that you will be able to design the outcome based curricula and use it in the classroom and assess and evaluate the students to achieve the outcome based curricula. And also I will discuss about the teaching learning process will enable that attainment of the your PO which is mentioned in accreditation. So, this is the course coverage which we will cover in the course. Next one is outcome of the course. Why you take this course? So, what is expected at the end of this course? At the end of the 20 hours lectures you listen, At the end of the 20 hours lecture listening, you submitted all kinds of assignment. So, what kind of skill you will develop, or I can say the outcome, since the course is outcome based education. So, that is why I say the course outcome, entire this 20-hour course, what is expected from the learner. So, what I say that identify and write down appropriate outcome based course module and unit objective, or you can say outcome. So, at the end of the course, you will be able to write down the course outcome, module outcome, unit outcome. Unit means lecture outcome of the course based on Bloom's taxonomy and instructional system design. So, how you use Bloom's taxonomy, instructional system design to write measurable, achievable and specific outcome at the course level, at the module means chapter level and lecture level. So, that is the first outcome, or I can say the first skill I looking for individual learner. Whoever is learn this course, whoever watching this course, registered for this course, they should able to write down the outcome which is specific, measurable and achievable using Bloom's taxonomy and instructional objective. Develop, select appropriate test item for all outcome based objective, or outcome based objective means course outcome. So, when you write a course outcome or when you write a module outcome, lecture outcome, how do you test whether a student has achieved those outcome or not? So, how to design the test item so that you can say that if a student is able to answer these questions, students actually achieve this outcome. So, as a teacher, not only you have to write down the outcome, you have to find out a test, or you can say the question paper which you will be able to solve, or you can student will be able to solve at the end of the course. So, that is test item. Next one is plan an outcome based curricular document to meet NBA and Washington requirement. How do you design a outcome based curricula which will meet the NBA and Washington requirement? What kind of teaching learning process along with the outcome based curricula we should follow, so that we can say that, or we can prove that NBA or Washington requirement has been met from that my course. So, teaching learning process, curriculum design and assessment evaluation, all towards the implementation of NBA in the classroom will be discussed in this course, and you have to develop that competence, that how do you develop your curricula, entire course, how do you design your assessment plan, assessment test item, how do you plan your assessment, so that you can prove that at the end of the course actually meet the NBA or accreditation requirement, we can say NBA or Washington record both. So, I will discuss about the CO, mapping, and how to attainment of CO, attainment of PO, design of curriculum. Even I will discuss about the PEO, program educational outcome. What do you mean by that? What is program specific outcome? All those things will be covered, and we will be able to write those things. Next thing, teach more effectively as evidenced by criteria as discussed in this course. What is the meaning of this kind of skill is that, suppose as a teacher somebody asks you that can you say that while you are teaching a domain dependent course, the domain independent skill, soft skill has been developed on the students. Example is that, suppose I am teaching a course on signal processing. Can I say that my course also develop the student soft skill like the teamwork, communication skill, ethics, lifelong learning? So, how do I do those things? What kind of teaching learning process I should use in the classroom, so that I can claim that while I am teaching signal processing, digital signal processing, or that course outcome I achieving, I also achieving the soft skill enhancement, which is much more required in terms of NBA, because providing a course on ethics cannot develop the ethical part of the students. So, every domain course must be contributed to the domain independent PO, that means domain independent skill set, so that those are developed. So, how do you develop those things? So, how do you teach in the class, or what kind of teaching learning process you should follow in the class, so that you can claim those things has been developed. Next one is design, assessment and evaluation framework which reinforce teaching and learning, which is very much important. If I ask you why you take assessment, why you take exam, what is the purpose for examination? If I conduct an exam and if I give a marks, okay, you fail, you got 80%, you got 40%, is it the purpose for examination? So, basic question is why I take examination? After examination, how many of us has rechecked that answer script and take a feedback, so that next time the same mistake cannot be happen? So, examination is only for reinforcing the teaching and learning. So, how do you do that? How do you plan your assessment and how you evaluate the students? What kind of feedback you can, as a teacher, you can take, so that your reinforcement of teaching learning is happening. So, feedback system, modification of instructional systems, modification of teaching learning method, modification of the course goal, how do you made, all kinds of things will be discussed. And I also discuss what do you mean by course file, what is the how you develop the course file. It is not about the content, it is that what student will able to do is important. Content is available in the Google. I can say that two kinds of things are there. One is called before Google and after Google. While you teaching any class, you see that students can find out those material from the Google easily. But what kind of skill they have to develop, they does not know. So, the course deal with those things. How do you define those kind of skill set, and how do you ask, what I can say that how do you conduct your class, or what kind of teaching learning process you should follow, or what kind of scaffolding with the students you should made, so that they have achieved their target. So, this course is only for design outcome based curricula, implement accreditation in a classroom and test design, assessment and evaluation system, so that you can ensure that accreditation parameter has been achieved. So, this is the course coverage, course outcome. I expect all the learner who have registered this course must able to develop this kind of things at the end of the course. That is my whole objective. So, at the end of the course, you can see there will be assignment also given on in line this manner. So, there will be a software. I will give you the software demo. I will demonstrate the software, how do you use it. Then everybody has to use that software to design your own curricula, and after receiving that design my side, I will evaluate every design and give you the feedback, what kind of outcome is correct, what kind of outcome is not measurable, what kind of outcome is achievable, not achievable, what is the problem in course outcome, is the course outcome meet the NBA requirement, all kinds of feedback I will be provided. So, you can say the course may be one kind of interaction will be there. So, you will be do something, I will provide you the feedback. So, 1 week out of this 20 hours means I think 8-week course. So, 1 week will be in the interaction class. So, you will develop the course, you will submit it, I will review it, and then I will provide the lecture. So, that lectures will be online. You can say that I can upload the lecture in that week, the discussion part of that lecture. So, 1 week will be on the discussion, and rest of the 7 week only I deliver the content whatever is there. So, please follow the course deeply and think that your purpose is not that just read the slides and solve that assignment whatever is provided. Your purpose is develop the skill which I want to develop at the end of the course. So, be prepared for that, and the question paper will be MCQ based, and this MCQ is not, I will discuss how to design MCQ question. So, that MCQ question you cannot find none of them, all of them above this kind of choice, all the choice may be possibly correct answer kind of things. So, be prepared meticulously, patience, follow the patience and develop the skill, not read the slides just for assessment solving. you have to develop your own skill, you have to design your own curricula, you have to teach the class using that curricula, you have to design your own question paper. So, those things has to be followed at the end of the course. Okay? So, this is the introductory lecture, this is the first lectures. From next lecture I start the course. Thank you very much.